Hello friends, today I'm going to be playing Castlevania on the Castlevania Collection on the Nintendo Switch. I got this collection on the Switch because that's really my preferred console to play older games like this in the first place. We're going to be playing the first Castlevania. The Japanese versions of these games are available on here, but we're just going to play the regular US version of the game. I'm going to be playing with the NES controller that you get if you have a online subscription, and you can buy these controllers for the Switch. And even though I think Nintendo says that you only use them for the NES games, you can use these for other games on the Switch. So I like using it for Castlevania because it's what I remember as a kid. Now, if you've watched my Zelda videos, much like Zelda, my first Castlevania game that I owned was Castlevania 2, and not the same situation as it was with Zelda, but I did not own Castlevania 1. I did play it. I had friends that had it, and I rented it, but Castlevania 2 was the first one I owned. And I did beat Castlevania 2 as a kid. I had to use a guide because a lot of it is not straightforward, unfortunately. I'm just going to be playing through the game. I'm not going to be doing anything special. I'm not trying to do a speed run or anything like that. This is a game I never really pay attention to the score that I have, so I don't know what my points are like. There is a timer on this game, but I have never run out of time in Castlevania. I don't think it's something to really be concerned about when you're playing this game. There's some food down here if you really need it. So we take that hit from the bat and jump so we go over this wall so we don't have to go through the subterranean level below. It's nothing you have to do, but it's something, as I watch speedruns, a lot of people do that, and so I've started trying to learn how to do that properly so that I can just skip that completely going down there. I'd say a lot of the bosses in this game aren't that difficult, particularly this first boss. There are definitely some that are difficult to fight against. Of course, we have the... Let me turn my phone off so it doesn't ring during this. Of course, the fight against Dracula at the end of the game is difficult. The fight with Frankenstein's monster, I think, can be difficult if you, and you'll probably see me have a hard time with that. And death can be difficult, but it can also be made really easy. I'm going to try to do it the easy way on this playthrough, so you'll see how I do that. One problem I run into is I don't use my sub-weapons enough during the level sometimes, and I feel like I could afford to do that, so I need to try to use my weapons when I can to take out enemies like I took out that Black Knight a minute ago. close. I almost got hit into the knife, and I do not want the knife. Take another hit here to jump up here easily. I didn't mean to take that hit, but yeah, you can get hit to just go straight up to that level. That's another thing I learned from speedrunners. Okay, so I thought that might happen. I do. Sometimes I get right through this section, and sometimes I mess up like that. So hopefully this time we'll be getting through. Alright. It's alright. Wasn't that big a deal, the death that I just had, so... The good thing is that, like Ninja Gaiden, when you play Castlevania, you do have infinite continues. So you can just keep trying and keep getting better and improving. I went a long time not being able to beat this game. Combination of just trial and error and also watching playthroughs online and seeing how people play the game has really helped me to improve my game in Castlevania. In fact, when I got the Castlevania Collection, I was excited to get a chance to play through all the games because I'd never beaten Castlevania 3 before. I'd never played Bloodlines before, and now I've had the opportunity to beat all those games, which I'd never played. So that's been really good. So now we've beaten Medusa here, which is an easier fight. Like I said, these earlier battles aren't that difficult. Now, I've had some playthroughs on that second level where I just keep dying, either to the floating Medusa heads that I hate, or just bad luck on jumping and getting hit during that section. So now these guys, they're called Hunchbacks in the American manual. I believe their actual name is Fleamen. You're going to find that your holy water is going to be the weapon of choice for a lot of stuff in this game. Particularly when we do get to death, you're going to want to... There's a holy water early on in that level, and you're going to want to keep that sub-weapon the entire time. And you'll see why when we get to that level. Now this is a level you might see me dying on quite a bit. And we'll see how I do. Sometimes it's better than others. I don't use the holy water really at the end of this level. I usually just go fight the two mummies directly on the floor, so... Goodness. There's all kinds of different methods for doing things in the game, so do whatever you think's gonna help you the most. I like to get the stopwatch here, and it helps me get through this section and the next section, because these birds, sometimes they're not too difficult to deal with, but sometimes they can really get on your nerves. Oh gosh, maybe I should hit the stopwatch earlier. It's alright, there is a health item down here, which is good. Right here we can get this. And we should be able to just fight pretty easy through this. We might get hit a couple times, but I think we're going to be okay. I think. I could be wrong. Alright. Yeah, we're okay. We made it. Now, if you have the holy water, you can stand up on that ledge and not get that life. If you don't get that life, you can jump back up on the ledge, and you can just stand up there and keep throwing holy water down at the mummies and completely avoid getting hit. But it's really not necessary. I gotta say, I'm having a pretty smooth run so far, so this is probably where things are gonna get hairy for me here. Yep. I expected things to go south as we started this level, and that's okay. This is the one where you fight the Frankenstein's monster at the end of the level. I was trying to jump forward, I promise. Yeah, this can be a little tricky. You're having to deal with these platforms on this level, so that was just me making a really stupid mistake. That worked out that bat spawned behind me instead of in front of me. That helped me out. Right, so make sure you duck here. I've died there plenty of times because I forget to duck. Here too. Now you should be out of the woods as far as that stuff's concerned. Shouldn't be too bad getting to the end here. Now if you play this part right, it's not going to be difficult, and I might screw this up, but if you just, you know, be patient, stop when you need to, and just swing your whip, you should be able to hit these flea men right as they land or before they land. And it won't be too difficult for you. Just keep whipping away. Don't try to rush it. When we get to the end here, we're going to just walk right underneath the bones, okay? Just keep walking straight and he won't even touch you. You can go right under him. Alright, there's a knife in here. You do not want to pick this knife up. So, I think it's the second one. If you do hit it, let the knife fall. Avoid it. I'm really playing this just to play it, not really to give you any tips or tricks. I just figured I'd mention it while I was here. So you kill these guys. There's health here, which I honestly shouldn't have hit since I had full health right now. If you get hit, unfortunately at the second dragon, if for some reason you get hit, you could go back and recover your health. This battle might turn out to be easy since I actually got here at full health and with the holy water and with the triple shot. We'll see. But I might be able to just keep tossing holy water and, oh gosh, I turned around for some reason. It might be the controller, I don't know. I did not mean to turn around, I was holding up. Doesn't matter, we got it. It's all good. But yeah, I think I might have been, when I was holding up on the controller, I think I accidentally hit to the left, and so that's why Simon turned around and kind of messed me up there a little bit almost, but we're good. That's probably the smoothest run through that level I've ever had in my life. I'm actually kind of surprised. Now we just have to go fight Death, and then we have to go fight Dracula. So we already have holy water, which is fine. Like I said, there's holy water at the beginning of this level, though. So if for some reason you lose it, or you die before you beat the level, you can always replay the whole level again to get your holy water back. Because like I said, you're going to want the holy water for this fight with death. The stupid skeleton. Alright. The holy water is also really good on this level just for dealing with the axe knights as well. But also be really careful on here, guys. Just make sure you get plenty of hearts so you can just use the holy water at your discretion when you need to. Yeah, those red skeletons will keep coming back on you. So there's some life here. So you want to make sure you get that when you're before you finish out here. If you need it. You may not need it. You may not have gotten hit like I did. So here's where you can just throw the holy water, let them walk into it, and it'll stop them from throwing stuff at you when you do that. I think one of these candles has a weapon in it. It's the one up there, I think. So you want to be careful about that. Be patient. Take your time. You can do this. One of the biggest things is if you're, yeah, the axe is there. One of the biggest things is if you're impatient with this game particularly, you will have trouble with it. I love the Castlevania games. I think the excuse me, sorry. I think they're a lot of fun. I love the theme of it with the vampires and the, you know, horror creatures in it. Again, we're just going to use our fire. I say fire. Our holy water there to kill him. Now, when you are playing this level itself, usually here there is a one of the power-ups to give you, I think the 2 power-up will be there. Yeah, we're doing really good on hearts. There are a lot of secret treasures in this game. I've only revealed a few of them. I don't know where every single one is off the top of my head. And I don't really, like I said, I don't really care much about my points, so I don't really collect the treasures. There's another meat upstairs, so you will get health again at the end of this section if you're having trouble. Just know that you have some health on the way. I believe that candle below me is one of the boomerang crosses, if I'm not mistaken. So if you don't have the holy water here, you can get that cross there. And yeah, over here is meat. Ooh, I am surprised he got up so fast from that. That was a mistake on my part. Now this part I have trouble with, so I might die here. That's okay. But you want to just using your holy water if you need to. Okay, I'm dead. Like I said, I have trouble there sometimes, so that's okay. We'll be okay. It's just unfortunate because I was doing so good till that hallway, but that always gets me. I'm not really good dealing with those Medusas. I'm also not very good at fighting against death without the holy water, but we'll see. If I do get to the Grim Reaper here, maybe I'll be able to take him. That's the infuriating thing, is that he keeps walking away from you. And you got all these heads coming around, and just it makes it easier with the holy water, but it's alright. We're going to see how this recovery goes. Oh man, those flea men can be really annoying sometimes. That's okay, we know where the first health is, we'll get that, and we'll get back on track here. There's the holy water that I told you about. This will be good though. I can show you how to get through the level with the holy water you get here at the beginning, so it's okay. We're going to be just fine, and we're going to beat this game. My biggest problem in this game really is Dracula. The last time I played, for some reason, I did really well and beat Dracula first try, which is highly abnormal for me. The first time I got to the end of Castlevania was actually during the era of the Wii, because I had it on the Wii Virtual Console, and so I'd been playing it a lot, and I would, you know, save my game at segments, so I didn't play all the way through that first time. But I just kept dying at Dracula, and so I had a saved game there for the longest time at Dracula until I finally beat it. But yeah, it's a tough final boss for sure. Not so much the first form of Dracula, but it's really the second form of Dracula that gives me so much trouble every time. Now, I'm going to be careful because that clock spawned. We do not want to get that. I was trying to jump. I didn't mean to climb the... climb up the stairs there. And we know that's the axe. We'll avoid that. Well, the good news is we have gotten our triple shot already, and that's great. If we get hit again, it's okay. We know we have health on that right before that last hallway, so that's okay. We're doing really good on hearts. We have plenty. If you got around 50, you don't really have to worry too much about the hearts when you're going into the final part against the Grim Reaper. Alright. Now we're going to get that health, and we're going to be careful walking back, because last time this... Oh my gosh, he took a second to get up. Last time that skeleton got up on me. Alright, we're good. We're just fine going into this. Except for that. Now that's very generous of the game there. We don't want to pick that knife up though, so we need to wait a second. Now there's just 2 of those guys, so we should be good now. So what you want to do, if you got your holy water and you got your triple shot, you're going to come over here. Just go ahead and start throwing your holy water over here. Just keep it going. As long as you have triple shot, you can just keep throwing it. And death will not do a thing to you. And we are done with the Grim Reaper. I don't know. I've never beaten him without doing that method. I've tried. He's very tough. There's a lot of scythes flying around, but you can do it. It's doable. But as cheap as that may seem, I highly recommend going with the holy water. And he always, I'm pausing the game for a second, he always comes in from that side. So do that and you'll be golden. We're going to try to hold on to the holy water. So we're just going to walk around here. Very careful. I jumped and whipped him just to freeze him for a second. I'm going to get hit here, I think. But just keep walking and going. I should have jumped to hit him, but I didn't. And I paid for it. I might die. That's okay. We'll just start over. Yeah. Alright. So this is normally the state that I'm in anyway here, because I do die on this stage, so it's all good. That guy normally, I guess he does shoot stuff, but I normally don't have stuff getting shot at me from him that I think I can remember. I got a stopwatch. We can stop him and just keep going. I do want to go ahead and get... Oh, I can't use the stopwatch again. I don't have enough hearts. If you're careful about it, you can make your way without having to use the stopwatch. It's okay. I know I've made it through there before without getting hit, so... I thought I had the holy water for some reason. There we go. I got him to jump up here so I can hit him. So yeah, you may have to walk back there to get the skeleton to jump up so that you can hit him. So do what you got to do. Don't walk over next to that wall or else you'll start spawning those. That's going to happen to you in a minute. But you don't have to do that yet, so... Are you kidding me? Ah, gosh. I froze that bone in place. That's my fault. The stupid skeleton that I can't hit because I got this stupid short whip. Alright. Well, I guess those are just going to spawn anyway when you get to the stairs. I don't normally see those guys, I don't think, but... There is some meat, but it's really not easy to get. Hey, we got a... Oh. Well, we got another whip, at least, that time. It's really the painful thing is when you're take those hits to your whip. Yeah, if you just walk right up the stairs, that flea man will not spawn with that bird. That's something that happens. Oh, goodness. You get hit wrong, you'll fall down holes in this game if there's one there for you to fall down. So it's just something you got to be careful about. There goes a whip I could have used. Alright, now that he's out of the way, we can just, we're going to drop and we're going to walk. There is meat in that wall, but it's really hard to get. We're going to try to just climb up these stairs. If we... Oh gosh, I did not swing my whip in time. If I get up those stairs, then we will be at Dracula's area. And once you're there, even when you die, even when you lose all your lives, you'll just keep restarting right there. So that's where we want to get. So we'll work on getting there. Maybe if I don't whip him, then he won't shoot a fireball at me. It seems like that time he didn't shoot a fireball at me like he did last time. We will see if that is the case as we continue on. Okay, just walk under the first guy, don't shoot him, or don't whip him, and he will leave you alone. I jumped too soon there. You do want to jump so that that guy, that giant bat, doesn't get you, but if you jump too soon, you'll jump right into him. Oh gosh. I have a feeling we're going to be starting back over here again fresh, even if we get past this time. That's okay. I guess these guys don't always go the exact same way that, so you just got to deal with it. I'm surprised I got hit there. Alright. Here we go. I will say this, if you can keep this stopwatch, it's going to be very valuable as we come into this section here. I don't know how many hearts you'll be able to build up, but if you can keep it built up when you're going through the section with the flea men coming up, that's really good to have that. I did not mean to use it. So that was my fault. Pretty stupid of me. But I grabbed the knife. Don't get the knife. I was close. I thought I'd be able to make it up those stairs before that guy got me. So we're gonna try to hold on to that stopwatch this time, with as many hearts as we can get. We're going to try not to use it until we have to towards the end there. I guess that guy just sometimes doesn't want to shoot at you. Well, I kind of got stuck there. That's on me. I promise I usually at least play this first section with the giant bats a lot better. It's like all my good playing went into the first part of the game because I didn't have any trouble till I got here. Not really. Maybe if I just walk on that one, he won't come all the way up. Seems to be where I'm having my trouble right now. Just keep on moving. I guess that's my number one tip for this section. No, that time he just flew all the way up. Sometimes he stops below the steps, so you do have to jump there in case he comes all the way up. You want to jump so that you land right on that ledge at the edge, though. Otherwise, he's going to hit you and knock you past into the hole. Or you could just jump into the hole yourself. Now, I have an unpopular opinion, and that is that Castlevania 64 is not that bad. And I might play that on here sometime if I can get to where I can record some 64 games. When I say, I really mean it. I enjoyed playing Castlevania 64. I was very disappointed that the Castlevania game that was going to be on the Dreamcast didn't get made, especially since Sonia Belmont was going to be in it as well. Not a fan of the fact that Sonia was made non-canon in the timeline. But that's life, I guess. Alright. We're going to use the stopwatch up here. Oh, and we're not going to pick the knife up like I did last time. So if we use the stopwatch here, we'll be able to go down to this section a lot easier. Then we're going to use it again here. And that way we can just go right up the stairs, use it again. So now we're safe. So if you can get the stopwatch and get your hearts up, just be very mindful to do that. We're not going to be able to use the stopwatch anymore, but we're good now. Another thing, the stopwatch I've heard can be used on the big Medusa boss, which I didn't think any of the bosses you could use it on. But that's just a little extra bonus tip for you. You can use it on that. We're going to go back. Actually, you know what? We're going to go ahead and go in because Dracula's going to kill us this first time. I can already tell just looking at my life. I probably should have gone up and down the stairs and gotten more hearts, but that's okay. I jumped too soon. Might take me a minute to get used to this fight. Holding up when I jumped for some reason. Alright. But yeah, when I lose all my lives, I'm going to keep starting right here. So we are going to beat Dracula. It's going to happen. So every time you hit Dracula, it just takes off one of his life meter. I've done something, and I don't know how it happens, like every now and then where I've gotten this hit on Dracula that takes 4 of his life off, but it only happens one time. It doesn't happen every time. I don't know if it'll happen this time at all, but I've had that happen before. I don't know how. This is a decent amount of hearts. We're just going to start with this. So when he starts, we're going to throw the holy water to just, well, never mind. Yeah, you can't hit his fireballs to get items, so keep that in mind. I'm going to try to concentrate, so sorry if I'm being quiet. Stupid. I just walked right into him, not paying attention. Sorry, we were doing pretty good, other than me getting hit by a Dracula. So we're going to do the same setup, basically. We're going to get plenty of hearts, and then we're going to try to whip his fireballs some at the beginning, maybe get the double shot, or the triple shot actually would be ideal if we can get it built up by whipping at the fireballs. The triple shot will be very helpful in Dracula's second form. Now, I've beaten him without the double or triple shot before, similarly to how I'll do it with the triple shot if I have it, but you'll just want to throw holy water to kind of stun him for a minute and then whip him in the head. But if you have the triple shot, you can keep him stunned indefinitely in one place, which makes it a lot easier. But see what we can do. That's enough hearts. I did not whip in time. Or that time. So I'm trying to whip right before he shoots them at all, but I am really messing it up, guys. It's alright. We got this. Almost went a little too far there. I do want to have at least 30 hearts going into this. It's good enough. Too early. So that time it seemed like they didn't want to it didn't want to give me anything, so well, we'll just not worry about the double shot and the triple shot then. We're just going to do it. Once more down the stairs and up, and we're just going to go fight Dracula this time. Ooh, I jumped too late. Alright, Dracula's head flies off, he transforms, and you're going to throw a holy water, start hitting him in the head. And you're going to just watch out because, oh, it's a pain. He's going to land on me, isn't he? Alright, we got him halfway. It's not too bad. Yeah, it's harder when you just have one holy water, but double or triple shot, you can kind of stun lock him in one place, but this is okay. This is how I usually have to beat him, so I usually don't get the triple shot or the double shot. I guess it was a fluke on that one that I happened to get the double shot. And that's why I say you want plenty of hearts too, because that's when you're going to have to really start throwing your holy water when you're trying to kill Dracula's final form. I'm going to upload this video uncut. If you'd prefer me to upload videos cutting out all my mistakes, I can do that, but I feel you get to actually watch the real me trying to play this game this way. Gives you a little insight into how difficult it can be for me on here. I say for me, because there are people that are just great at this game and other games. I am not an expert. That actually happened in a good place since it's all the way over here. Ah! I thought he was about to jump. I think I should only hit him twice every time I freeze him for a second and then get ready to avoid him, because that's why I was getting hit, because I was trying to hit him 3 times. If I do that, I think I'll be able to do this time. I just need to not be greedy. Greed is not good, especially when you're trying to beat Castlevania. Just be patient with it. We may go down the stairs more than one more time since it decided to just give me a bunch of money bags that time. Since we are in October, we're getting close to Halloween. This game matches a good theme for the month, and I'll play some Friday the 13th soon, I think, and record it for your entertainment, since that also will be good in matching the theme of this month. Sometimes even if you're trying to be careful, Dracula will spawn on top of you, so that's why you see me keep walking, because I never know where he's going to be. Oh, this one might be a bust, guys. On this play. I'm going to have to come back to life and beat him after I get killed. Because one more hit and I die. It takes off 4 of my life every time I get hit now. There it goes. When I beat Castlevania 3, I did it with Sifa or Sypha. I did it with her though, and not with Trevor. It was really easy to beat Dracula with her. So I don't know if it's just as easy to beat Dracula in 3 with Trevor. When I played through all the games here on the collection, I mean, Castlevania 3 is hard. It's probably the hardest one for me to play through, but Dracula himself was not that hard. Super Castlevania 4 Dracula wasn't that hard either. Dracula's easiest in Castlevania 2. In fact, there's only 3 bosses in Castlevania 2. You don't have to fight any of them, except for Dracula at the end. I'm going to try to get on this side of him. Ah! If I'd had more life, or if he'd started in the right place, I think I would have got him that time. That was good. As you can see, the first Dracula fight's not that hard. It's just takes a long time because you can only do 1 damage each time, and so that's why it takes a while fighting Dracula the first time, and you really have to concentrate so that you don't have him spawn right on top of you, and that's why this game takes some patience on Dracula. Like I said, last time I fought Dracula seemed easy. Not that it seemed easier, but it seemed like I beat him without much trouble as compared to this time. Is the Japanese version easier somehow? If it is, let me know in the comments, because I don't know that it is. I think they're the same game. But if for some reason it is easier, let me know, because that would explain why I didn't have any trouble, really, last time I did this. I didn't notice anything that made it easier. That was a stroke of luck there. We did it! Yay! Alright. That is Castlevania, guys. Like I said, I love Castlevania games. I love the theme. Simon Belmont's my favorite Castlevania protagonist. Simon is the protagonist of Castlevania, Castlevania 2, and Super Castlevania 4. When Simon Belmont was announced for Smash Brothers, I was extremely happy. I'd wanted him. I'd hoped he'd be in Super Smash Brothers for the Wii U, but he was not. But I was really, really happy that he made it into Super Smash Bros. Ultimate. Really excited to see who the other characters are that get announced soon. Especially since they're working on another Fighter's Pass. I'm really glad about that. But yeah, Simon Belmont was high on my list of characters I wanted, so I was really excited that he was in the game. I'm hoping that Ryu Hayabusa is going to be one of the characters that gets released in the future for the game, but if you've never seen that ending before, all the names were kind of parodies of names of actors who have, well, not all of them, but most of them were parodies of names of actors who have played different monsters in movies in the past. Then after you beat the game, you just start it all over again. I think it's just, I don't know if it's that different or not. I've never tried to play through it a second time. I'm not going to play through it a second time now. I'm just kind of playing around, but yeah, that's Castlevania. Hope you've, oh, there's some different enemies because that bat's not there normally. Hope you enjoyed this video, guys. I really enjoyed making it. Like I said, Castlevania is one of my favorite games, so have a great day, and I'll be bringing you more video game content soon. Take care.